Good morning all of you. Today I am going to focus on projection of solid. Like projection of plane, projection of solid also involves three-step problem. Okay, but these three-step problems are very difficult to understand. So first of all, I will like to focus on one-step problem. Then I will like to switch to two-step problem, and progressively I will take three-step problem. Okay, so without wasting time, let us see how to project the solid. Okay, so for projecting the solid, I have to define one problem statement, and while solving the problem statement, I have to simultaneously explain the rules and regulation of projection of solid. So let us see how to project the solid. Now I have already define one problem statement on board. Okay, so this is the problem statement. You should read this problem statement carefully 2 or 3 times. Okay, then I can able to solve that problem. Okay, understanding is important. It's not that key just starting the problem and drawing it. You have to first understand the problem clearly, then we can project that one easily. So first read this problem carefully. So in the problem statement, what is given? An equilateral triangular prism. An equilateral triangular prism, side of base 50 mm. Again, here the dimensions are also included in this problem. Okay. Now the dimension of that particular triangular prism are given here. So let us see. So side of base 50 mm and height 70 mm. That triangular prism rests on HP on its base, with one side of base perpendicular to VP. This is the condition. With one side of base perpendicular VP is the condition. Now you have to draw the projection of solid. Okay. So this is the problem statement. So after reading the problem statement, now first of all you will have to understand the solid. Okay, you will have to identify the solid. Okay, so as per the problem, it is a triangular prism. It is a triangular prism. Now this is your triangular prism. Okay, this is the triangular prism. Okay, and this is your triangular prism. Triangular prism means equilateral triangle. The base is equilateral triangle and it's a prism. Prism means two bases. Two bases are there. So this is the equilateral triangular prism. Okay. After reading the problem, that first you have to identify the solid. You have to imagine the solid. Which solid it is. Okay. So this is your solid. Now after identifying the solid, now the dimensions of that solid. Side of base 50 mm. Okay, side of base 50 mm. You know the side of base. This is the side of base. So the length of this side of base is 50 mm. Okay. Now again height 70 mm. Now height means axial height. Height always means axial height. Axial height means you know the axis. So axis is the imaginary line joining the midpoint of lower base and midpoint of upper base. This is the upper base, this is the lower base. Midpoint of upper base and midpoint of lower base. This is imaginary line. And the length of this line is 70 mm. That means the height of this solid is 70 mm. Okay. This is the dimensions. Okay. Now you identified the solid. Now you know the dimensions of the solid. Now next thing. Now this solid rests on HP. Okay, now this solid rests on HP. That means now you know this is VP, this is your HP, VP, HP, first quadrant. Now this solid rests on HP. This solid is rest on HP. Rest means likewise. Okay, now rest on HP on its base. Now it is given that this solid is rest on HP on its base. That means the position is like that. Okay, the position is like that. Okay, so rest on HP on its base. Now with again the condition is given with one side of base perpendicular to VP. Okay, now one side of base is perpendicular to VP. That means you can't position this solid like that. Why? Because in this case this side of base is parallel to VP. Okay, now the condition is given that one side of base is perpendicular to VP. Now that means you have to position like that. This side of base is perpendicular to VP. Okay, or you can position like that. Okay, here also the one side of base is perpendicular to VP. Understand? Now you have to draw the projection. Okay, now so for projecting the solid, you have to imagine the solid according to the problem statement. Okay, you have to position the solid according to the problem statement and condition given, and after positioning that particular solid, then you have to start work. Okay, understand? Now, okay, now this is your position of solid resting on HP on its base. Okay, now how to draw and what are the different rules and regulation of projection of solids. Let's see. Okay, so now this is the problem statement. Now my suggestion to all of you is to convert this problem statement into data and convert that data into the drawing. Okay, now this is the problem statement. Now what I will do, I will convert it into data, and after converting that problem into data, I will convert it into the drawing. Okay, so how to convert a problem statement into data? Let's see. So your solid is triangular prism. This is your triangular prism. Okay, this triangular prism base and side of base is 50 mm, dimensions 50 mm, and axial height, the height of the axis, that means the height of the solid is 70 mm. This is your solid. Now again coming to the problem, rest on HP. Rest on HP. It is resting on HP. That means I am converting the statement into data. On its base. Next. Okay. Now with one side of base perpendicular to VP. Okay, so this is the conversion of problem statement into data. Okay, this is the data. Okay, now you have to convert. Now I am erasing this problem statement. Now here I have to draw the problem, that means drawing, and now you have data. You have rectangular prism, rest on HP on its base and side of base perpendicular to VP. Now this is the position of solid. Okay, rest on HP on its base. Okay, on HP with one side of base perpendicular to VP. Now you know the solid, you know its position. Now how to draw it? Okay, that means you have to draw the top view and front view of this solid. Okay, you know the first angle projection method. Now how to convert that data into the problem. Okay. Now XY line, first angle projection method, VP and HP. Okay. Now this is the position, you know the position of the solid. Now how to draw? Now first of all, after drawing XY line and after explaining the after defining the planes. Okay, so the next question will arise in your mind is that from where you have to start the problem. From where you have to start the problem, from here to or here. Okay, that means first of all what to draw. Okay, either to draw the top view or to draw the front view. Okay, now the basic rule is that, so after positioning the solid, okay, let's see from where you can observe its base. Okay, this is the position of the solid, and you have to first see from where you can observe its base. Okay, can you say see the base of this solid from front view? No, you can see the front base of this solid by from top view. Okay, so from top view we can see the base. That means you have to start the problem by drawing the top view. Okay, that means you have to draw the base of this solid. So the top view of this solid you will get on HP. So the problem starts from HP. Okay, so from top view you will get an equilateral triangle. You will get an equilateral triangle. Okay, so you have to draw the equilateral triangle. So how to draw the equilateral triangle? This is the, I give you the option whether to draw the equilateral triangle like this or this or this or this. Okay. Now see. Now in this case the side of base is parallel to VP. Here it is perpendicular to VP. Here also perpendicular to VP. Here also parallel to VP. So out of this option, you will have to select this or this, because this is not according to the problem statement. This is also not according to the problem statement. Now, which one you will have to select? Okay. Now, so while drawing the problems of projection of solid, you will have to select the side on right hand side, extreme right hand side. That means resting side is on right hand side. So this is also not is incorrect. So that means you have to draw the triangle like that. Okay. So this is the position we are observing from top view, and you are observing from top view, and you can see the triangle like that. So this is the triangle. So this is your triangle, equilateral triangle. Now, from top view, how many corners you can see? You can directly see 3 corners. That is A, B, C, or either you can say 1, 2, 3. And also 3 corners are coincide with this 3 corner. That 3 basal lower base corner coincide with the 3 upper base corner. That means there are 6 corners. So you have to give 6 notations over here. So ABC is the lower base and 1, 2, 3 is the upper base. Okay, and again you have to give the notations to the axis also. Now axis is here. Okay, at the center of this triangle. So this is the axis. This is the top view, and from top view you can see the shape like that. You can see the view like that. So ABC is the lower base and 1, 2, 3 is the upper base. Now coming to the front view. Now from front view you can see the height. Okay, and so you have to project this. Okay, now this is your lower base on XY line. This is XY line, lower base on. So this is A dash. Now front view A dash. Projector of A, projector of B, B dash. Projector of C, C dash. Okay, and the axis, projector of axis. So this is the lower axis. Now height of the axis is 70 mm. Height of the axis is 70 mm. So you have to take the height again. It's a prism. Now upper base 1 dash, 2 dash, and 3 dash. This is the upper axis. Okay, so this is the axial height, and this is your length of the side of base. So this is the projection of solid. This is one step problem. That means you have to convert the problem statement into data, and you have to convert that data into dot. Okay, so in this way you can convert the problem statement into data. Okay.